Hi everybody. So I wanted to talk to you about chapter 5 of the book A Road to Freedom. It's about Harriet Tubman and it's written by Catherine Clinton. So chapter 5 begins by talking about a legendary slave escape. The slave's name was Tice Davids, and his owner basically gave a good chase. But then when they got to this river, Tice ended up swimming across the river. The owner went back to get a boat to try to catch up to him. By the time he came back, he said that it looked like Tice had disappeared underground. So that's kind of like legend has it, is that's where the name Underground Railroad started. It says some people look at Underground Railroad as a cooperative interracial movement from the 1800s. A few significant figures that she talked about in the chapter that were significant in the Underground Railroad. Daniel Gibbons. He was a white abolitionist from 1824 to 1850. They says he helped 1,000 slaves transition to freedom. Tom Garrett. They says that he assisted more than 2,500 slaves on the Underground Railroad. Frederick Douglass himself housed over 400 slaves at different points in his home. James Pennington, 1831, a black man named James Pennington in 1831 says that our fathers were among the first to help raise this country. Underground Railroad, she says, is a vast tangle of interconnected networks dedicated to helping African Americans from slavery to freedom. Harriet Tubman, her story is so significant because she was a woman, and it was kind of like, wasn't ordinary for women to be leading other slaves to freedom. So she was one of the first to do that. Her main route that Harriet Tubman took along her course, the main route that she took was called the main route. It was the main line from Maryland through Delaware. Catherine mentions that someone named Dr. James Bias. He was a black doctor who helped to house lots of slaves. She ends the chapter kind of talking about Harriet Tubman, and she says, the power of her will and determination pushed her way and others to freedom. So that was chapter 5 of Harriet Tubman, A Road to Freedom by Catherine Clinton. That's just some key points to that. There's a lot more in the chapter, but that's kind of like what the chapter was about. Thank you.